Hello, everybody.
All right.
Welcome aboard this week's Wednesday Express. Not stopping
at Peterborough.
You know where. So, how has everybody been this week? It's been a whole week since we last met aboard the Wednesday Express, not stopping at Peterborough. So, how have you all been? What have you been up to? Post your comments below. Hello to everybody. I'll say a few hellos in just a few moments, but Grumpy, are you with us? Are you okay? Are you sorted?
Yeah, and this week I've actually can see you on the screen.
Wow. Developments.
Yeah.
That's good. It's all good progress.
Yeah.
Progress is good. So let's have a little chat with everyone in the chat. Let's see who's here. Let me just do my usual pop-up so I can see everybody.
Oh, hang on. Bit of a problem.
What's that?
Maura.
Mm-hmm.
I've said hello to her in Gaelic because I don't speak Gaelic. All right. But she's giving me the answer. Oh, it's moved now because I couldn't see it. Apparently, I've got to say it back to her. Hello in Gaelic is Daya do it as Galish.
How's that, Maura?
Yeah.
I think he kind of massacred that. I mean,
the only bit of Gaelic I know is Dominia Fargin, Dominia. I was saying about that. My mum taught it to me. Dominia Fargin. I think it's good morning to you or something like that.
He struggles with English at the best of times. So, Maura, you know, although he is half Irish. So,
yeah, I know. I'm half English. My dad's English.
Yeah,
I'm Irish. I'm Irish. Yeah. My dad's English. My mum's Irish. I'm Irish-ish. Half English.
But there you go, Maura, a fellow kinsman there. Yeah. So let's say hello. Hello to Roger, international questie. Roger Malmer calling us in from Sweden. Good evening to you. How is Sweden this fine evening? Martin Parkinson, good evening. Hello to you. Westwood Side Studio, Steve. Now, a little bird tells me, I know that you have a birthday coming up this month, so watch this space. We will be in your inbox very soon. Aaron Oxford, good evening. Hope you're all well. Well, I'm very well. Thank you, Aaron. And Aaron, thank you for that lovely comment this week. Honestly, I got a little bit choked up, I have to say, because that comment was very, very moving and it actually meant a lot. So thank you very much for that. Keith Stedman, Kamikaze. Keith, hello, Dawn. Hello, Grumpy. I've heard through the grapevine that GoPro Gav has started a rival YouTube channel and is giving every subscriber a free fillet of fish.
And he started to go out with Sidney Holloway, so I am not happy.
Allegedly. I think she's married, Grumpy. And just a new mum as well. So she probably has better things to deal with. Hello to Roy. Hello, Roy. Looking forward to seeing you this evening. And Eddie, Essex Brick, how are you tonight? Grumpy watching the feed for the star of the show turns up. Thank you, Roy.
Yeah.
You know, you're right there.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You see, even when he's quiet, he's
coughing,
not
trying to take over.
Trying to grab the attention. Simon's Trains Model Railway Showcase. Hello, how are you? Thank you very much for sending me that clip of Jeff Marshall. And you remind me, the quietest station in the country. Is that right? It was very interesting, really cool, very fun. And
he's obviously not been to St John's near Lewisham because there's like a massive station, but no trains ever stop there. Ever.
Mystery. Maura, hello, how are you? Lovely to see you here this evening.
What
does that mean, Maura?
Something in Gaelic.
Could you help us? Who else have we got? Travis, questie number one. Well, we have a special treat from Travis. Yeah. There you go, a special photo, all will be revealed very, very soon.
Apparently, Simon Trains has actually been to St John's years ago. He must have been. How did he get there?
By train?
No, seriously. It's like there's a joke on Southeastern. The next train will call at all stations on every single train, all stations apart from St John's. It never stops. Never stops.
Trevor, hello. Another questie. Good evening, Dawn, Grumpy, and everyone. Hello and welcome, Trevor. Lovely to have you on board this week's Wednesday Express, not stopping at Peterborough. And remember, everybody.
Roy, we haven't forgot you as well.
Remember, everybody, that please hit the button. Please hit that heart sign at the bottom. Send us your love. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. Roy, anyone got any thoughts on TT120? Plenty of thoughts on that. Let's get into that in a minute.
To be honest, since we started sending the TT120 signs, we sold about 9 so far, haven't we?
Something like that. We'll get on to that, though, the TT120, because there's always lots to talk about with TT120.
Yeah.
And we can't go wrong. He struggles with English. He does, Roy. He does. What can I say? I mean, I have a hard time understanding him sometimes.
We have Jerome. From Jarrett, Virginia.
Jerome, yeah. We have, let's catch up though with Ivo Van Zon. We haven't seen you for a couple of weeks, Ivo. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying life. Everything's all good. Norm and Skaladurish. Sorry about spelling, Maura. Something like that. Hello, Norm. How are you? Norm, not only did he build the Model Lux gas holder, he's now started on the pylon. I mean, that man, you're a glutton for punishment, Norm. What can I say? Yeah. And the lovely Brian, who is also a member and has bought a couple of mugs and a t-shirt. Thank you, Brian. He built a pylon for Hinksey Yard, which was at the Chatham Model Railway Show. It took him 2 months to scratch build that thing, and it is a beautiful thing, a work of art. So, Brian, if you're joining us this evening, I'm absolutely in awe of your pylon making talents. But Norm, good luck with yours. It looks very, very complicated.
And Lawrence has joined us. He's been a subscriber right from the start, he says. Which is oh God, can you remember that? That's October.
Way back.
October. 10 months ago, 11 months ago.
In the annals of history. Who else? Marty Martin from Lincolnshire, Boston. I think last time you said you were from Boston. I think we kind of assumed you were from the US. But Boston, Lincolnshire, and my mum lives outside Skegness, so I go through Boston quite regularly. The A16 is...
What's that little pub we found on that...
Sea's End.
Went to Sea's End, and there was no... just let you know, there is no sea at Sea's End.
There used to be. It's actually beautiful. Every time I've driven to my mum's and gone through Boston, Marty Martin, I have to keep saying that because it's a great name. Marty Martin. It's a lovely name.
It's like remember the actor Edward Woodward. The
Equalizer. Every time I've seen this sign off the A16, I believe that says Sea's End, I'm thinking that's so intriguing. So we went, didn't we?
Yeah, and there's no
and
sea there.
There's a great pub, and there's a little river or canal with some boats. It's really pretty. So there you go. If you're ever on the way to Boston, check out Sea's End. We took some cheese and pickle sandwiches and a pat lunch. We splash out every now and then.
Ivo says there isn't much of a wall at Wallsend either.
Who else we got? Valleys 56XX. Evening. Good evening and welcome. Hello. Is it your first time here? Remind me. Alex Dent. Hello. Hello.
And Amsterdam's just arrived.
Hello. Yeah. So the usual crowd. Yeah. Everyone's back. It's great to see everybody. Lawrence Daly. I've been a subscriber since you started. Yes. Lovely. Well, thank you, Lawrence. We really appreciate it for sticking with us through the highs, the lows, the madness. I mean, who can forget the Tunbridge Model Railway Show? We were watching that video the other day, weren't we? We had a little rewatch of some of our old videos. And it was interesting.
Norm says in the Witterings, there's a road sign for the alternative C. Is that like East Wittering? Is that down near Bognor? East Wittering and West Wittering?
The alternative C.
You said last week on a day trip, should we just go out to the Witterings? And I said,
West Wittering, yeah. Of course,
yeah.
Well, Norm, well done, Brian, on the pylon build. Sounds wonderful. It is. You must see it. Edito 2001, still in Amsterdam. I'm not sure if we're saying your name right, so maybe you could give us some help and give it phonetically. Ivo Van Son. Yaharik, hello. Right, well, hello, everybody. Thank you once again for joining us this week. We love having you aboard the Wednesday Express.
Not stopping at Peterborough.
As you know, it's a little chance for us to unwind, let our hair down a little bit, and do something different to our usual videos and just get to know everybody and have a chat. And it really does feel, doesn't it, Grumpy, like we're all meeting down the pub and just getting together and being sociable and having a laugh. And it's great fun. But hopefully it is all about model railways as well.
Yes.
You know, we do sometimes talk about other things, but it's about model railways because that's why we're all here. So we hope to inform and entertain. Lawrence, I had a feeling I'd met you before. Now I know from where, Dawn. I'm sure you were the lead female actor in BBC's Fleabag. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. A very talented actress. But thank you. I'm very, very flattered, Lawrence. Thank you for that, because she is very talented and quite stunning, I think. But thank you. Mine's a large white wine, please, Roy. Yes, well, if we ever meet, one day we should all meet up, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We should all, if you're ever going to like an alley pally or the new Warnersley. Warnersley.
Yeah.
Maybe we should all have a bit of a conflab.
Yeah.
And have a meet-up. What do you say, everybody?
We're at Faversham for 2 days next week.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'll tell you where we are in the coming week, in the coming month. And if you're in the area, do come and have a chat, come and say hi. And if there's enough of us, let's all go for a drink.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. John Edwards, I'm still on the coffee. John, are you okay?
We did that at Stamford, didn't we?
We did, and it was really good.
Really nice.
That was lovely. We had Robin Brogden from Eastgate Harbour and, of course, the Museum of Transport.
Yes.
Lovely guy.
It was nice.
We had the boys from Geeksville. They came along, didn't they? And we had some of the team from the Market Deeping Model Railway Club. It was lovely. Matt's Planet on Planes and Tier Points arrange meets. Ah, okay. Sounds good, Roy. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
There's not a bell where the street in Wollaston, Northants, which at the end is described as... Okay, it's blocked. I can't read the rest of that, Martin. Sorry. I'm sure Grumpy will fill me in.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue.
So, as usual, hello to everybody. Please do hit the heart button. Tell us you like what you're listening to. And we'll continue. We'll give you more of what you love, hopefully, or more of what you like. Let's not be over ambitious. But let's say a quick shout out to some new members. So hello and welcome on board the Questie membership plan. To Peter Mason, lovely to have you on board as a Questie. Also to Claire Bridges and to Steve Weller. But an important point, please, please, please. Most of you have been very good and you've filled in your registration forms. But if you haven't, please, I sound like a teacher. I sound like a head teacher. Please do fill in your registration form because it means... Crucially, YouTube doesn't give out email addresses, and I quite understand why. So you have to give us permission to give us your email address, and that way we can send you your membership card. We can send you details and discount codes. We can send you, if you're a super Questie or a VIP Questie, we can send you your mug, your T-shirt, your mini dawn, and we can even send you a birthday card and even a video birthday message because Phil Vose got his birthday message by video just last month. Travis got a birthday message.
Norm says that we have a few members going to meet Eddie at Farnham show, hopefully. So MRF members. So.
Yeah, and that will be lovely. We can't join you, unfortunately, because September is just crammed, isn't it? Farnham's in September. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have something on every single weekend, and we'd love to be there. We'll be there in spirit, literally.
Yeah.
So raise a glass, have a toast, and tell us all about it, please.
Yeah.
We have a town near us called Pratt's Bottom. Oh, that's Grumpy.
Also, anyone going to go and see Eddie, all right, ask him about the little figures that he sells. They are absolutely brilliant and stuff like that. And he gives all the money to charity.
Yes.
But absolutely, he makes them himself. So please buy them. We bought something. We're
£2.50. We're going to
use one of them to be the tramp or the a homeless person.
Or rather, I am Grumpy. But
well, you are, yeah.
You'd like to say that you're helping, but anyway.
I moved the thing for you today, the baseboard. I turned it around for you.
You moved. Rex is Twitter for you. Timber Surf is present. Hello, Timber Surf. Thank you for the Where in the World photo. I'm still a bit puzzled.
Oh,
I think it's, I'll message you about where I think it is. And Twitter is on. The Hidden London tour guide vacancy you mentioned last week is out of date and expired on 15th of August. Grumpy.
Oh, no, I know why. It's what happens is I've got like a separate thing for TFL staff only. So we get it's separate. So
I'm so sorry.
So I see what's happened here. A lot of the jobs that are out to the public, it's separate for TFL. So
sorry about that.
Yeah.
I will tell him off after this is over. Yeah. Bad Grumpy. Yeah. Bad Grumpy. Sorry about that.
I was over at Acton this week, actually, the Acton Museum. Yeah, I'll talk about later on, actually, about that in my show and tell.
Yeah. Grumpy. I did say that Grumpy has something special lined up, a show and tell.
Hi, Timber Surf.
Hello, Timber Surf. Yes, hello to everybody who's just joined us. So shall we move on? Yes, I was saying, remember to fill in your forms if you've just joined as members, because then we can send you your goodies.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out the club room, which is community under the community tab, I do post the discounts there for members. So far, there's a discount on baseboards from Grange and Hodder. There's a discount on Tom Buggles Kelly Station houses and buildings. And there's going to be a special discount coming up this week, which I'll talk about in a minute, for members, and an even more special one for VIP members. Which is all about, actually, no, there's discounts for everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a special discount for members.
Yeah.
And it's all to do with episode 5, which I was filming today. Little clue, all about wiring your track. That's what I was doing today. So that's what we were doing. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you to our members. We've talked about registration forms. Yes, in the community, I published all the places that we're going to be this month. So we've got coming up Leamington Spa this weekend. Next weekend, we're at Faversham. The weekend after that, I'm opening. Get me, the Spa Valley Railway Show. They've asked me to open it, So
do you reckon they'll give us
a ribbon to cut?
A couple of free tickets to go on the trains?
Oh, grumpy, always after a freebie. So I'll be cutting I think I have to cut a ribbon. Do I have to put on a voice? I declare this model railway show open.
What's when you did?
Do I have to do a champagne?
One, how did you open that one?
I just
turned up and just gave me a
open the door. Well, grumpy, you'd go to the opening of an envelope. That's the joke. Do I have a bottle of champagne to smash against a model railway?
What about that cheap buck fizz we got from Calais?
That you got
for $1.49 a bottle.
Yeah, it was meant to be a present for me, but there you go. Oh, so grumpy, says Maura. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, Martin rather likes Banana Bird. I can't believe. Well done, Martin.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Do you know what? I was at Aldi today, all right, and it took me about 20 minutes to find.
No. Oh gosh, I don't think they can see it. Thankfully, I think no one can see that. Please put it away. Take him away.
Hello, I'm Banana Bird.
Please go away. He surprised me with that. I told him not to. I'm so sorry.
Did everyone see him?
Sadly, I think,
yes. Roy says more Banana Bird. Thank you.
Please don't, Roy. Can we ban Roy?
No.
What else? Oh, yes. So that's where we're going to be in September. But you may have noticed in the little newsletter, I'm going to do a monthly newsletter in the clubhouse. And once a week, I'm going to try as well. I hate the word going to try because it sounds so pathetic. I will do it. And what I'm promising for members is over the next few shows, we're going to do some behind the scenes. So take a look at the shows in the UK Model Shop Directory website that we're going to, see if there are some layouts that you'd like to see a bit more of, and send us your requests and we'll do a little bit of filming. Can't promise anything, but I'll try because I do have a layout to run. But and Grumpy's no help, and if there's some Beaky Banana Bird is no more, he's eating him. And for VIP members, for Questies, I'm going to be doing a Zoom chat on 22nd of September, the Sunday. I thought it'd be kind of nice just to have a half an hour chat, which is really more about you telling me about your layouts, me telling you about mine, if you can bear it anymore than I do already, and just having a chat and getting to know each other. So if you're interested, that will be on Sunday the 22nd. I'll send out more details about time. It will be on Zoom.
And also because it's on Zoom, everyone can see each other and then just show amongst yourselves. It's like a nice little...
But Grumpy's banned, so it's not Grumpy.
I can't do it.
No, it's just Grumpy. It's just Grumpy. Don't encourage the Grumpy, says Timbersurf. Absolutely.
I'll sit.
I didn't see enough of Banana Bird. Shh. New model railway.
It's a bit late now. I've eaten him.
I need my medication, says Aaron Oxford. John, it's hunting season, banana hunting season.
Yeah.
And I've got, is it a banana gun? Any to spare, evening or Ebsworth Street. Good evening to you, Ebsworth Street. Welcome aboard. Lovely to have you on board. It's a real honour and a privilege. I know you're a busy man. Paul Gray, the mortality rate of banana bird. Yeah, banana birds are rapidly going extinct in this neck of the woods. Yeah. If I have anything to do with it already. He gets very upset if he comes over and I've had a banana in my yogurt or I've had a banana sandwich. He gets really cross when he comes over and sees me.
I had to buy another banana bird today because you ate the one I was going to use yesterday.
I'm not doing it deliberately, honest. It's worryingly high. Yes, Paul, very true. Shall we get on? Shall we crack on? Because, it's not all about you, Grumpy, as people keep saying to me. Well, lots of people keep saying. So yes, the special Zoom. So if you fancy becoming a member, like lovely Maura and lovely Roger and lovely Westwood Side Studios and Travis and Aaron, if you fancy becoming a member, do have a look, click the link and join us for all those lovely freebies and discounts and perks and goodies. And we look after you. Right. Shall we crack on with this week? Question of the week. Now, allow me to talk like I do a little bit of a preamble. As you know, I said last week, and I'm saying it again this week. This weekend, we're at the Leamington and Warwick Model Railway Society grand opening of their club extension. They've been building this new extension for the past year or so. I think I remember speaking to Phil Parker at Worley last year, and he said I should go over to them because I was thinking of doing an Inside the Model Railway Club video, and they said, "Oh, can you come back to us next summer because we're in the middle of building, and it all looks a bit messy." So here we are, just at the end of the summer, and they've done it. I mean, it's quite a miracle to have a building being done on time and on track. Excuse the pun. So we're going there to see the grand opening, and it's a weekend of fun. Lots of stuff going on. I'm bringing Brief Encounter.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be Titfield Thunderbolt.
Yes.
Steve Burrows is bringing some Bassett Loke models.
Yes.
There's going to be the Heart of England narrow gauge modelers.
A new TT gauge
yes,
layout.
A work in progress. So Roy, TT 120.
And also, are they going to be on the Sunday? They're going to be doing a lot of the stuff outside on their 95-foot track. What's it? Gauge 1 and G gauge live steam.
That's right. So it's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And it's free, isn't it? It's a free event.
It's a free event.
And everyone's pretty much welcome.
Yeah.
And special celebrity guest Pete Waterman is opening the show on Saturday.
On
and
Saturday
I'm
afternoon.
hope to grab a few words with him. So that's lovely.
Yeah.
So pop along. There is another.
Oh, Peter said he's looking forward to meeting you at the new club room on Saturday.
Hello, Peter.
I assume, Peter, he means you and Grumpy.
Well,
or
we can just make it me and you.
Oh, just make you.
Don't tell him. Don't tell Grumpy. There's also, and don't worry, Steve Muir, or Stuart Muir, sorry. I do know there is another Model Railway Club open day in pretty much the same area, but I'll get onto that in a little bit later. So that's that going on. But at the opposite end of the spectrum, we've had some quite sad news this week, and you may have seen it on Facebook. Our dear, dear friends, the Southwark and District Model Railway Club, with the lovely Steve Rogers, there's Ray, there's Gary Cross, there's Richard Marley, dear friends who often exhibit at our shows, and we see them at all the shows. Well, they've been told that they no longer can use the premises that they're in. It's a church in Walworth, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they've been given till the end of the month to actually leave. They've been there 7 years, I think I'm right in saying. Yeah. And as you may understand, moving house is one thing, but moving a model railway club with all of the layouts is quite an undertaking. And it's come very, very suddenly. There were kind of mutterings and rumours, but all of a sudden they got the news that it's time that they need to kind of find somewhere new. Now, they've got a bunch of layouts, some gorgeous layouts there, but one of their biggest is Crystal Palace higher level, which is 32 feet long. Yeah. So it's not like they need a broom cupboard, they need something with substantial space. So I thought everyone is trying to rally round and help them. So I thought I'd put it out to you, my lovely questies out there. If you know of anyone, they're in the Greenwich, Lewisham, Southwark, that area.
Yeah.
A lot of their members find it hard to travel and rely on public transport. So it has to be kind of local.
Lucky enough where they are, around that whole area, Greenwich, Lewisham, loads of buses and stuff.
Well
like
served.
Yeah.
So now, as per usual with model railway clubs, the budget is tight. You know, we know that model railway clubs, there are some that are doing nicely and some that are not doing so well and struggling, and that's the challenge that model railway clubs are facing. So I had a discussion with Ray today, and he says roughly they've been paying around £200 to £300 a month for that. They came to an arrangement with the church, so that's their budget. So that is an ask, but if you know of somebody who has something suitable, they need a workroom, they need a kind of a showroom, they need somewhere to store their layouts and somewhere to do the work. If you know of anyone who could help, the Southwark and District Model Railway Club has a Facebook page. I will be posting. I meant to do it last night because I saw the news last night.
The problem with that area is because I had my theatre there, and it's it's an expensive area, isn't it? That whole part of southeast London is really expensive. I remember 10 years ago, the Double O Gauge Association used to do their part of their annual meeting in my theatre.
Yeah.
And I gave them that for free and stuff like that. But the commercial charge for that space is like £100 an hour.
It's not cheap, is it?
It's not cheap.
And
it's
of course,
not cheap.
Model railway clubs are already struggling, as are a lot of clubs and societies.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd put it out there. Now, firstly, Zing12. First time I've managed to get home and catch a bit of your stream. Welcome to the live event. I hope you enjoy
Interesting information from Twitter. He said that a lot of these tracks came from the chugging sound of a moving train in Stockgate and Waterman.
Yeah, there's some fascinating facts about old Pete, which I'll be revealing very, very soon. So I'm putting it out there. If anyone can help our friends at the Southwark and District Model Railway Club, help them find a new premises. Even if you just know someone who knows someone who knows someone, and you think it might be a long shot. Sometimes these long shots turn into real progress. So do get in touch with them, or you can message me and I can put you in touch with them. But I will be posting it on my Facebook page and also in the community here so that you can get in touch. Love your content. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. You can stay. We'll allow you on board. Compliments like that, always very well received. Thank you very much. So we have this tale of two model railway clubs, and we've seen this, haven't we? We saw it at Mob Expo in Belgium. Massive club doing extremely well with a huge model railway club. And then we have the likes of Southwark, and I've heard Wimbledon and Erith, maybe.
Winchester.
Oh, Winchester, of course, lost theirs last year.
Yeah,
and we saw them at Abrail. Bless them, they'd lost their club and they were meeting in different people's houses, but they still managed to bring their layout to the show. And they looked a little bit and you know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's a weird thing, model railway shows, and I often think, why do we do it? Why do we do the shows? And actually, you just love doing them because it combines everything. It combines model railways.
Free lunch.
Always lowering the tone. You know, it is a craft and a hobby we've been working on, sometimes in isolation. I wish I had a bit of isolation sometimes, but and then we get to show it off to everybody who are also interested, and then we get to have a chat. You're laughing at. We get to have a chat.
What's it called? Ebsworth Street to bump into you. Yeah. Oh, we've got to get that video up. We've got to show it again, haven't we?
Yes.
We've got to show again.
Ebsworth Street. Always bumping into you, Greg. But I love bumping into you. So it's sometimes I do it on purpose, to be honest. Evening, Dawn. Sorry, I'm late, Jeremy Williams. That's okay. That's all right. There's no problem. Join us when you can.
Actually, obviously, Greg's here now. How about a little suggestion? I know sometimes, is it worth clubs maybe joining forces and becoming... I
did suggest that to Southwark. I said, is there a possibility you can all club together, find one place and do different nights? Yeah,
because if Erith are looking,
they're not too far away, are they?
No, actually, Erith is actually near Woolwich.
Actually,
and
let's not besmirch Erith. I might have got that wrong, so apologies. But
no, Erith is near Woolwich.
No, but if it's struggling with a club,
but I'm trying to say sometimes if we're struggling, sometimes we'll get together and combine. Maybe I mean, also it means it's something you got extra members in.
Back in the day, the big club links were through schools. Yes, schools. I mean, the trouble is with schools, as we have found, and Greg will know, and other people will know, they now have this system where a lot of them are run by private companies who provide caretakers. In response to in return for having the venue on the weekends and dead times. So
the school doesn't pay for caretaking, and in return the company after schools and the weekends take all the hire money.
So it's great. It's actually great because you have these amazing buildings, and if they're just standing empty half the time, what a waste.
Oh look, here we go. Greg says Beckenham and West Wickham allows Norwood Club to join us, so maybe
Well, Greg, have a word with Southwark.
Yeah, have a word with Ray. You know Ray anyway, don't you?
Yeah, so have a chat, and maybe you two and combine brilliant brains, like I know you have, because I know you're a man of action. And
I don't know if Greg deals with big layouts. Greg, are you okay with big layouts?
I don't know. Have you seen Tramlink? It's tiny. Tiny.
For those who don't know, Greg seems to build the most massive model railway layouts at exhibitions.
Which is all very well, Greg, if you can actually...
What's the one we had the Fiddle Yard with 12...
Gordon's Lane.
Yeah.
It's all very well, Greg, if you can actually transport them around the country. So we jest, and I hope you're okay, and I hope that's being sorted. No comment. Yes, have a word with Ray. Thank you. But there you go. This is why we love the group mentality, because all of us in this group have skills, don't we? And what I love about groups is that we can all share experience and expertise. None of us are experts. I'm not an expert. Grumpy's certainly not an expert on anything. Say no more. But we've all got our skills, and why don't we use them and share them and put them to good use? So yeah, bring it on. That's what I say. Van is all repaired. £2,260 later.
Crazy,
Oh, do you want me to share the story of Exeter, Greg, or is that still too raw and painful? So that was the story of two model railway clubs, lots of others. We've had Mob Expo, we've had Winchester. So we're all about model railway clubs at the moment and putting together a video about model railway clubs. So my question of the night, we finally got onto it. What's the time? Half an hour later. We normally do it within the 10 minutes. Is how important do you think model railway clubs are to the future of the hobby? And the side question is, do you belong to one? And another question, if not, what's stopping you? Is it a case of something's putting you off, or you've always been meaning to, but you haven't gotten around to it yet? So it's kind of a multi-layered question there. How important do you think a model railway club is to the future? Andrew Shortbread Express, thank you so much. Shortbread ice cream supply. Well, thank you very much. That will be very, very welcome. Where are you going? He's going off to get his ice cream.
I'm going off to get the shortbread.
Good. Well, let's have a chat while he's away. What was I saying? Dave Ballinger. Oh, Grumpy. He's an expert on the Barron Knights. Is he though? Is he, or is he just I don't know. He could be just making it all up for all I know. Twitter. RX. So what was I saying? Yes. So we're all about model railway clubs, and that is the question. Oh.
She made them yesterday. They're all right.
I made a biscuit. I made some biscuits. They're all right.
All right.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome, Grumpy. Last time I make biscuits for you, as they say. Best deal in town, 300-gram shortbread for £1 at Farm Foods. Thank you, Tim Surf. Will be there, or Grumpy will be there first in the door.
XMG12 lives in Era as an island as well. So whereabouts in Ireland? Let's see how close to Moora it is.
Yeah. Get together. Aaron says, I'd say that model railway clubs are vital for the survival of skills. I don't belong to the local club due to distance and mobility issues. Yeah, that's important. Greg says Edward Street, they are most important because you share the experience and knowledge. I've learned 80% of my skills from my club. There you go.
That's
I mean,
true.
you know, if you haven't got the space, if you haven't got the skills or the experience, and also it's just great to meet people. Let's face it, you know, especially post. Shall we say the other C word, COVID? I said the other C word.
Did that, didn't they? There's members in Headcom. We went down to visit them that day, and they just turn up on a Saturday, take the stuff out of the car, work on it, put it back in the car for the rest of the week.
And, you know, we've been, because we all pop into model railway clubs, and sometimes we're a bit naughty. We just call them and say, we're coming tonight.
And sometimes we're even naughty and don't even tell them.
And there's generally panic ensues.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I haven't done my hair. Or we've got a few people who are a bit nervous. But we'll pop in. And sometimes what's happening is they may not even be doing much with model railways, but they're just chatting. And I think I'm going to be talking about the subject of mental health next week. There's something very important coming down the track. I said it again, which I'll be talking about next week. And just have a chat. For goodness sake, we're all so busy, aren't we?
Martin has summed it up. Spalding do teaching sessions for newbies. That's really...
And also, I noticed Twickenham. Twickenham has recently created a layout. Someone will know what it's called. I read what it's called and I've forgotten, which is all about newbies and getting new people in to start building a new layout. And it's all about bringing in people, which I think is great, because I've heard, and you've probably heard too, so many stories, whether they're true or not, about model railway clubs being a bit gatekeepery about, when you've been here about 6 months, then you may touch the layout, which I've never seen that, but I know people have experienced it. Clubs are a good thing to be part of. To join the club, it's over 100 miles away, said John Edwards. Yeah, that's true. Well, here's a club. You belong to this club. It's a virtual club. Yes, Travis, you belong to Market Deeping. I think they're a good source of ideas, but I found in the past can be somewhat quite clicky. I think human beings in groups tend to, wherever you go, there's a click, isn't there? Hello, Ron. Hello. And Heather, thank you for joining us all the way from Colorado. How is the weather in Colorado? It's been autumnal here. It's getting a bit slightly less warm than usual. So that's the question. Keep the answers coming, because Grumpy has promised me that he will keep diving into the comments and seeing what you say. But I'm interested. And now I'm going to fess up here. I don't belong to a model railway club. And there's a reason at the moment. And I'm going to say yet, because I never say never. And it's because with this channel, I feel like it's a club all on its own, but I don't ever want to be affiliated to one club at the sake of another. So I feel as an impartial person, I can visit lots of different clubs and be impartial and never then be accused of coming at a club with a different perspective. So I can be completely neutral. I can be the Switzerland of model railway clubs, can't I, Grumpy? and kind of just see things and say things as I see them and as they are.
That makes me Liechtenstein of model railway clubs.
Now, what's the other one? The one that no one goes to.
Penge. Only Greg will get that.
Greg says, I have members as far as Deal in Kent and some from Stevenage. Really?
Wow.
Gosh, I know that Hebspor in Belgium, they're in near Antwerp, and they have people coming from, far and wide across Belgium, Brussels. So I think the big attraction for them is they have a huge model railway club. Did I say that?
Yeah.
That makes you the big Swiss cheese, Dawn.
Yeah.
If you say so. Grumpy's the one with holes in it. What's that called?
Edam.
There you go. So keep the answers coming. Do you actually have time to belong to an MRC? That's a good question, Travis.
That's a good question, has it? Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah. Probably not. We are pretty busy, aren't we? As you probably guess.
And that reminds us, you've got two those radio shows for BBC Kent for the amateur dramatics group to edit.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yes.
So they've got to be done.
We do that as well sometimes on the side. That makes you. Yes, I had expected Grumpy to start. Yeah, no, I'm not going to read that. Please don't encourage it. Heaven help us.
I've only been to Switzerland once. All right.
Did they allow you in?
No, they allowed me in. All right. It's really strange because they have these weird rules about tyres and sort of and what road.
But you have to have them.
No, you can't have them. But
they have to be
I went
blown
on the
up.
day it was Eurovision Song Contest, so I thought, yeah, no problem. They're going to Swiss love this. Could I find a place that played Eurovision Song Contest on the television? No one was playing it.
Probably because they've got taste. The Swiss, they've good. They've gone up in my estimations now. There you go. Grumpy watches you.
What happens if you go to Switzerland and you got some mates there and you fly over and Heathrow? Do you know what? I'll buy them something from duty free, and you buy them Toblerone. Would that insult them?
It's that phrase, isn't it? Taking colds to Newcastle. It's like,
why would you take a cold to Newcastle?
Exactly. Why would you take a Toblerone to Switzerland?
Because it's Swiss.
So, but why would you take a coal to Newcastle? Because Newcastle used to be
a place where
coal mining centre of the world, didn't it?
Yeah, but you can get coal in London had coal as well.
But you can get Toblerone in duty frees around the world.
Yeah, I know.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
Anyone Swiss? Well, Pat Goldblatt. She isn't here this evening, Pat. I hope you're okay. But maybe Pat can answer that question. Pat, would you be offended, or would your Swiss friends be offended if we bought them Toblerone? I think they would, because if you buy anyone Toblerone, it really shows a complete lack of thought, doesn't it, in the present giving state?
I agree fully with Timberserve's last comment there. There is an unwritten club that many use, which for those who regularly frequent is called YouTube.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, YouTube Lives, yeah. And I think they are a great source of companionship and entertainment. And even if you just have it on in the background. Love. We all know each other and chat in the comments. Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely.
How many funny dog videos have we watched this week on YouTube?
Lots. Yes, because when we're decompressing, if we had a hard time editing, sometimes you just got to watch.
Travis talking about the bar of Milka. What's the state saying about Milka?
Milka, if you don't know, trademarked the colour, the purple colour on their chocolate bar. So you can't have another chocolate bar with that colour, that lilac colour.
Have you got to have a biscuit? Have you eaten it?
I've got my biscuit. No.
I've eaten mine.
You can't. So we watch dog videos. Speaking of which, I need to share this because this is funny. We are going to get onto model railway news in just a moment. We are going to, honestly. Let's see. Whoops. Hold on. Share screen. Let me go. Let me see if I can. Right. Speaking of funny, we watch funny dog videos to decompress. That's Boo. Grumpy brought over this monstrosity.
It's funny.
And as you can see, Boo doesn't look very impressed, does she? But the sad thing is, and this will show you the level that I'm dealing with here. This is it. I'm going to stop showing this, right? And this is the actual thing. No, I'm not going to wear it. I'm really not. I'll wear something else in a minute. I'm not going to wear it. This is the hat. No, I left it lying on the armchair. And I can't tell you how many times Grumpy thought it was the cat. The cat, stroking it, talking to it. He thought that was the cat. There you go. That's what we're dealing with, people. So there we go. Right. Shall we get on to some model railway news?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, we were talking about model railway clubs. That's the theme. That's what we're working on. So we've got some ideas to put together. We also visited the model railway club. I told you about that last week.
Yeah.
And haven't got to see Copenhagen Fields this time. I saw it at Worley last year. But I told you about they're going to have a big 40th anniversary in November, and it's going to be out then. So I can't wait to see it then. They did ask if I could bring the Ladykillers in its state of work in progress, and I said no, because I want it to make its debut at Woolwich, so that no one has seen it apart from me and Grumpy until then. So that was my answer. But I will be there to say hello. What animal is hidden on every?
Oh, it's a bear.
It's a bear.
It's a bear.
Yeah, in the mountains.
It's a bear.
That's right. You lion.
Well,
lion. Right. Anyway, so that was the cat. That was the funny dog video. So that's what we do. So yes, Timber Surf YouTube is a great club to belong to. Just checking my notes.
Oh, Clive's learned all his skills by watching YouTube.
Well, yeah, because
I built a camper van once through just watching YouTube.
But
okay, it wasn't great, but
we know what happened to that, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true, isn't it? If you don't know how to do something, watch a YouTube video.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to wire your layout, just watch my episode.
I'm going to go and watch some videos on how to do camera work.
Please do, would you?
I've
been meaning. I'm glad you brought that up, Grumpy, because I have been meaning to have a word with you for some time. I don't have time for an MRC membership, but learn skills I don't have. Yes, says Clive Hulbert. Hello, Clive. Hello, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, Marty's talking about Dillington Model Railways. Yeah, he's sometimes on here, isn't he? He comes along sometimes.
He does. Yes, Dillington is lovely. Yes, I love his grandson Dylan is very talented at stop animation. Yes. Brookhall Miller's name of YouTube channel is absolutely fantastic, all about model railway in Ireland. Stories that company. I'm going to share that YouTube channel that I absolutely love.
Oh yes.
Have you heard? And this was recommended me.
We want to meet him.
If you know of how I can get in contact with this man, because I've messaged on YouTube and I can't get hold of him. A subscriber called Jethro, and I don't know if he's lurking, one of our YouTube lurkers, suggested I watch this YouTube channel, and it is the most charming, endearing, wonderful YouTube channel ever. David Sid Parker, and he makes, I forget the name of his little train layout, but he does the voices. He does all these little stories and voices, and he's got this. I'm judging. I could be wrong. Excuse me if I'm wrong, David. He's an older gentleman. And it's just charming. Please, please, please check him out. It's lovely. So if anyone knows how I can get a hold of him, because I'd love to interview him. I'd love to have him on.
Yeah.
Did think the weathering track video was a great example of how to do. Oh, thank you very much. No, thank you. I learned abdominal surgery on YouTube so I could do my wife's operation. All went well.
Actually,
in whose opinion?
Morris talking about the Irish railway, model railway channel. What was it? Well, I actually said I saw Belfast model railway show, didn't I? I said I'd love to go over there with you your layout.
That would be great.
To do Belfast.
That would be great. We just have to look into whether there's a customs thing, don't we?
No, I don't think there is, because I think you go Liverpool straight to Belfast.
Norm says, is it, sorry, Grumpy, just going to read this and I'll get back to you. Is it the one where he becomes a mini person walking around the layout? I haven't seen him do that yet, but maybe he does. But maybe. Donegal Dad's visit. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Excuse me, I've got coughing now. I probably watch YouTube more than I should, but missing the Wednesday Express last week was painful. Well, we missed you. We missed you, Aaron. We did make an announcement, didn't we? Yeah. We had Grumpy even had sad music, but
no, we did actually, but he's back.
So yes, do check him out, and I do like to recommend other YouTube channels when I think that they add something to your life. Well, time is limited, isn't it? So we need to. Missed it too, Timber Surf. You missed it too. I know you did. We missed you, Timber Surf. It's in my little craft box, I think, down there. Yeah. Yes, I use that little craft knife you gave me religiously. It's fantastic. Mostly watch YouTube. I think a lot of people do, actually. American Like Crazy Brit James May takes a video trip through Hornby Models Manufacturing. Yes, that's a great series. Yeah. Not stopping at Oxford, wasn't it, Grumpy? Very funny. Yes, so there we go. I keep losing my train of thought. So you may have seen that this weekend we were at the Ouse Valley Viaduct. Maura, I'd love to see that photo of the viaduct near where you live. Please do send it. And what a beautiful, beautiful structure it is. I mean, a feat of engineering, marvelous, wonderful, nostalgic, stunning, awe-inspiring, all the superlatives that you could possibly want to use. And Grumpy wasn't bad that day either. So it was a good day. He actually managed to get me in focus, which was good.
Yeah.
And
there's
it was
a bit of scaffolding up on it. So,
there was. What I didn't show,
which
is a shame, is that there was some scaffolding up at the right hand side.
Yeah.
So I had to we had to crop it a little bit. I had
Left.
to do a bit of croppeting. Croppeting. It's a new verb, everybody. I'm going to do a bit of croppeting this weekend. Cropping off the video, and which is a shame. So we didn't get to see it in all its magnificence, but beautiful. 11 million bricks, somebody said. Somebody else said 5 million bricks. It seems a lot, an awful lot. So that's where we were. And there's a reason I said that. Oh, yes, the comments. Somebody in the comments said, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Going to do my usual share screen. I loved this comment, if I can actually find it. Here we go. Let's see what it says. Mr. Davil 43, I was a bit concerned at seeing you clambering over that beautiful viaduct. You do realise it's mainly of card construction and is one of the most impressive kits that Metcalfe have yet produced. And I said, well, I am feather light. I am light as a feather, Mr. Davil. So, but yes, that made me laugh. And speaking of, if I can just hide this, sharing a window, sharing, there we go. And speaking of Metcalfe, do you like what I did there? It was kind of subtle, that segue. I was doing a bit of this. Where is it, Grumpy?
It's there.
Has anyone ever been working on layout and then for a bit of light relief, you do a little bit of something else? Like, you're so focused on doing your layout and then you're like, oh, I just can't think about it anymore today or this week. And so you need almost, it's like I'm going to be all posh now. I call it an amuse-bouche. No.
What's an amuse-bouche? Oh, is that the starter before the starter?
It's the thing in between the starter and the main, or the main and the dessert.
You mean the soup?
Cleanse the palate.
The soup.
I went to Amalfi once, and they amuse-bouche.
Who's Amalfi?
I went to Amalfi, a restaurant.
Whose mouth? Anyone's mouth. You went
this is getting a bit rude. And they amuse-bouche the hell out of me, I can tell you. Every course had an amuse-bouche after it. Really? It's quite a good word to say, isn't it? An amuse-bouche.
Oh yeah, do you know what we call that? Or as we technically call it, a buffet. I think you went to a buffet, Dawn.
It was hello, madame, here's a bread roll. And it sounds a bit French, that, actually. And after your sea bass, here's a little cold soup. I mean, there you go. It was all like that. Anyway, my amuse-bouche was this. I found an old railway modeler, and I've been kind of trying to do. I did the wiring video today, just writing the script. Actually, filming is tomorrow. I'm writing the script because there's so much in this, so much to explain. Because with the Ladykillers layout, it's aimed at everybody, but I'm hoping it's going to give beginners a bit of confidence at starting their own layout. So I'm over explaining everything, and I'm coming at it from a position of, ignorance. People don't know what they don't know. So and sometimes they might be too afraid to ask, because if you're at a model rower club and you don't know what things do, you might be afraid to ask in case people think you're stupid or whatever. And of course, no one's stupid. The only stupid thing to do is not ask the question in the first place. So that's what I'm doing with the video. And it's quite intense today, an intense day of script. Plus, I was also working on BBC stuff, scripting and stuff like that. So I found this magazine and I found that, and I thought, you know what? And I started fiddling with it, and I got as far as that. But do you guys do that? Do you have like a little, I'm not going to say an amuse-bouche, a little side hustle going on? In addition, Greg, do you have one, or are you just full on with your layouts? Do you have something else just to kind of occupy your hands or your mind? Because I found when doing this, it was so easy. I mean, Metcalfe make these really easy, that my mind could wander a little bit, and I found myself really relaxing. Whereas the Ladykillers, I have a deadline, and it's not just building the layout's one thing, but filming it and explaining it is the bit that I put a lot of work into. And it uses a lot of my brain. So doing that was quite nice and really relaxing. So what do you guys think? Do you do that? Do you have little side things going on? Grumpy, can you read the comments? Because I've just closed mine.
Chris has just joined us from Model U.
Hello, Chris. Yeah. Hello. Welcome.
But also that little thing you were making.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I came here about
stone
4
platform
o'clock.
shelter.
All right, and I went out for an hour to try and find a banana in Aldi.
He did.
Right. Oh, also Aldi are doing at the moment. What are they doing? They're doing like the wood clamps. Like proper wood clamps, perfect for building a baseball. $9.99 in the centre aisle.
That's right.
But yeah, I went out for an hour. I left you sort of like doing your electrics and stuff like that. When I come back, you'd built that already. That's 10 minutes worth of work.
But anyone, we could all do that. It's really easy because these kits are really easy, aren't they? Come on, let's face it. But I just found it really relaxing.
Clive's just said Airfix planes.
At Lidl. £6.99.
£7. Yeah, they got that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So brilliant. I mean, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dawn and Grumpy are the same age as our children.
Other stores are available. That is true. What other stores?
Are the German stores? Well, Lidl and Aldi.
Yeah.
And
do you know what? I need to go upstairs and actually print off the German signs. In fact, I've got it on here. The German signs of all the shops.
Him and his signs. Honestly, don't get him started. Roy, Ron, and Heather. How old are your children? You can't be the parents of. Well, in Grumpy's case, an 80-year-old child, surely.
What?
Greg says, I always change bits that I'm doing, weathering, soldering, track laying. That's the great thing about model railways, isn't it? Because there's always something different to do. You're not like just doing one thing. If you get tired of the building this, you can do a bit of soldering. If you get tired of this, you can do a bit of that. So it's great if you're easily distracted. It's great if you get easily bored. It's great if you just, need some variety. So, hey, I think it's a great hobby. We all think it's a great hobby. That's why we're here, don't we? So that's what I was doing today. And that's what I did. I'm just going to clear this space.
And also today you were filming the bit about using your DC shuttle controller without actually
soldering.
Without soldering.
Spoiler alert. I was coming to that.
Okay.
So, yes. So episode 5, you may have seen episode 4. It was all about weathering. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe you learned something new. I don't know. But next episode 5, is all about wiring and laying your track. And I'm going to show 3 different types of wiring. And one of them involves absolutely no soldering whatsoever. So with those of you who, I'm sure you're all very, very talented, skilled modelers there. But if any of you are slightly daunted by soldering, fear not, you don't have to solder. And all will be revealed in episode 5, which is coming up very soon. And this is DC shuttle controller. I'm using block signaling. Block signaling are very kindly going to offer viewers and members a discount. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming up with the episode. I'll post all the details of that discount on this one, the SS2A. And members can get a discount on pretty much everything in the shop. I need to double check that. So that will be coming up very, very soon. 80 going on 14.
So Chris from Models U says he likes making diorama scenes.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, he should then go along and buy. What's the stuff that
you're
reviewing? The hex stuff.
Where did I put it? I think it's in that box under the desk. Did you see the hex track, Chris? I did. I showed it last week on the live, and I also put it in the weekly update. The hex track is, and Steamy Dave asked who provides it, and apologies, I didn't send the link. Is sold by Traintracks, traintracks.com. They're exclusively Kato sellers, and they're doing hex track. And I love it because I love Kato mini dioramas. I think they're fantastic, but they are little ovals. Whereas hex track, you can actually create a complete layout, and just thought they were brilliant.
People are talking about soldering, how important it is to learn.
Yes,
but if you go onto YouTube, there's 101 people giving advice on how to solder,
and I will be one of them.
Don't do it this way. Do it this way. Don't use lead. Do lead free. Heat the base up first, then heat the solder. It's not about heating the solder, it's about heating the 2 pieces. Don't use this tip. Use that
XM212 says soldered straight through the side of a Fowler 4F. Oh, not an actual. Painful. At least it wasn't your finger. That would be. Do you have a more agree on the soldering front? But I am going to be showing soldering as well. So soldering, non-soldering, and
but a skill you've got, which I'd love to have, is when you're actually
patience,
tolerance, when you made Brief Encounter,
discipline,
you actually do that carving with the polystyrene. That was so cool. That's a skill, isn't it?
Well, but what I think is, and I say this, I'm gonna spoiler alert as well, because I say it at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
I believe you can do anything if you put your mind to it, even if it means putting your mind to finding someone else to do it for you. Boom, boom. Yeah. There you go. Because smart people surround themselves with smart people.
Greg's only up the road. He's only about 20 miles up the road. You get Greg to do it.
Greg, come and help.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
I should have like a bat signal, Greg. The Greg alert, the Greg signal. Come and help me. Yeah, I think it's easy to be daunted and afraid, but once you do it and try it, and you make mistakes, because gosh, I've made plenty, then you learn and you build confidence. Are you all right over there?
Yeah,
not dying. He's going to go into the other room and have a cough. Yes, I know, Ron. We pronounce. I was watching the YouTube videos, solder, and they were calling it solder. Solder. We solder it. We get the solder. I'm like, it's good old solder over here. I like solder. Volume control on Grumpy. He doesn't come with one, unfortunately. I have that skill.
I've got another biscuit.
Of course. I think it's the biscuits that are making you cough. When he's grumpy, show and tell. Railway rod, patience. Are you getting bored?
Yeah.
He's choking on a banana, boy. Yeah, he's choking. Yes, definitely. American. Yes, so yes, Ron. Soda. We were talking about biscuits in America are like scones. They're savory, like you have in your Kentucky Fried Chicken. We were talking about the American YouTube calling it soda. We're going to solder this piece of track, and
I had a load of Americans on work experience come over to the theatre, and I took them to just a normal supermarket, and they freaked out when they saw the cheese. Apparently, English, like European and English cheese, over in America, it's just not so different.
American cheese is a thing, yeah. It's the variety.
They were going, wow, this is amazing. Okay, well, it's just cheese.
I think it's different. Like if you go to cities and metropolises, they're a little bit more, it's like anywhere, isn't it? Maura says, I agree with that statement, Dawn. A great modelling friend of mine does all the soldering I need for me. Well done. Smart people surround themselves with smart people. So if you don't,
you and me.
So if you're not good at one skill, find someone who is good at that skill. Hence the Model Railway Club. There we go. We get back to that thing about the Model Railway Club. Is it then soda?
Oh, in America they say Bachmann as Bachmann.
If it's a poor joint, it's sodded.
They say in America they say Bachmann as Bachmann.
Very good, Roy. Bachmann. Do you call it Bachmann? Bachmann. Roy, lol. Very good. Yes, Dawn has grumpy. No such thing as a silly question. I agree, Aaron. As I said, the only silly question is the one you don't ask. But
Dawn, listen to this.
Is that the silly question you're not asking?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, if you are going to ask a question, there's a window, isn't it? When you're new on a job or you're new meeting somebody, like if they've told you your name and you can't remember it, you have a small window to ask the question. And then 5 weeks later is too late to ask, where are the toilets? Your new job. Or to ask somebody their name when you've been discussing their whole family history for the last 6 weeks.
Or Merklin.
Falla
or Fuller.
Falla.
Yeah,
so we're all different. It's what makes us beautiful. We're all so different. There we go. Where are we now?
Bye. It's 2001.
Oh, you're leaving us. So bye-bye. Got to go. Good night. Bye-bye. Well, you're going to miss some treats because I'm about to show you Travis's photo of me. Are you ready, Travis? Because speaking of the layout, I am, you may know, I've put a mini me from Model U. Hello, Chris. Model U very kindly 3D scanned me at Ali Pally.
Yeah.
And I now have a mini me, and they're in the shop if you want one, or if you become a member, you get one free if you so choose. And lovely Travis, he chose a mini me when he became a VIP Questie, and he's gone and got it painted, and he sent me the photos. So Travis, you're not having your dinner, are you?
No.
Come back. So let me see if I can once again, with the wonders of technology, share the screen. Where are we? Let me see. Let's hope I haven't closed it now. Gosh, that would be terrible. Where am I? Here I am. Now I'm actually with Travis with question number 1. There we go. That one now.
So just to let everyone know, the person next to Dawn is Travis. It is not me.
And he belongs to the market deep in Model Railway. Yeah, that's not grumpy. Even though he has a camera, It's not grumpy.
Not grumpy.
But Travis has said he wants a mini-me of you, though goodness knows why, Travis, honestly.
No.
Lower the tone. So that's me. You've got the colour of my jacket perfectly, that blue. Remind everybody or tell everybody, Travis, who painted it. Dan, remind us all, put in the comments who painted it because they've done a lovely job. And that's going to go on Travis's St. Bees layout. And Travis shared some of those photos with me and his Flickr.
Because you were looking last week on the Model U website at the pendant collections. They've got some little old ladies.
I know.
And we're going to, we need to buy some, don't we?
Yes, we need to get a
old ladies.
A gaggle of grannies. A gaggle of
grannies,
which would be nice. I'm going to say. Yes, so Travis's layout is called St. Bees, and I'm following his progress on RM Web, and he sent me a Flickr album, and it looks very exciting. Thank you for sharing that, Travis, and thank you for having a mini-me. I'm very flattered. Barnabas Junction, hello. Good evening, Jason.
You've got one on your brief encounter. That's in black and white. You painted it
I did,
and I
did set the challenge.
A bit weird because she's like twice the height.
I'm really tall.
Yeah, and people still can't find you. It's obvious.
Well, I know it's not. I did make it hard because I did paint it quite dark.
Yeah.
And I have to say it's over this area, so maybe I need to make it easier.
Yeah.
Dan Everson, am I saying that right, Travis, at Tunnel Hill Model Railways. Thank you, Dan, for doing a lovely job of painting that figure. Thank you.
Have you been to San Diego?
I have.
Oh, because Maura's been there as well, and they've I've lost it about volunteering in San Diego.
Oh, remind us again. Dan's painting from Tunnel Lane Model Railway is fantastic. There we go. Barnabas Junction, Jason, good evening. Hello.
Oh.
Ron says we're Irish as well. Well,
the Murphys
it's all
and
the big crack.
Oh, it's like
what is it? The crack.
The
is
crack.
That what you say? It's all that. So there you go. Thank you, Travis, for sending in that photo. That's that. What else have we got going on?
Our cars. The taxi hasn't arrived.
I know. Do you remember last week we told you we'd found the exact model of the taxi for the layout, and it hasn't arrived yet. So we're still waiting, but we will show you when it's here. Figures look excellent. Different approach to Eddie's, but all great. Yes, very different. It's all very different, isn't it? So Chris at Model U, thank you for that. And we will be back in your shop looking at all the goodies. And yes.
And then if you need, you're also buying a shop front this week, aren't you?
Going to go, I need to buy some. Because after the wiring is done, I'm then going to build level 2. And then it's the back scene. And then I'm going to put the shops along the front. And then I'm going to start, the fun starts when I'm going to be doing all the different structures and buildings. And I can't wait to get onto that because lots of green blood around, says Norm. Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. It's always a party. What else were we talking about? So I don't know if you saw in the weekly update, there was some industry news. Bachmann with its auto release coupling arrived in stores in Bachmann stockists, the class 30s, 31s, but slight hiccup apparently with the coupling. Some third-party providers. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that, but I guess somebody who's provided the couplings has used magnetic couplings and they have to be non-magnetic. The hook has to be non-magnetic. That's my understanding. So it doesn't work. So slight hiccup there. So Bachmann have done the right thing and they're providing spares for anyone who's got one of these. Does anyone have one of the Bachmann class 31s? Or, I mean, it would be a recent purchase. And anyone ordered one. And they're also providing the free spares so you can do the conversion, which is very, very nice of them. So there you go. But has anyone got one? I'd be interested to know. But they didn't know about it until, I guess, some customers brought it to their attention. So it happens to the best of us.
A question was asked earlier on tonight on here, and I completely missed it. A question was asked: has anyone bought any of the Hornby stock after in the last week at the new prices?
I know Maura, you bought before, didn't you?
Yeah, she bought before
last week.
Yeah, and remember we were asking: is all the shops who've already got their stock, have they put their price up in line, although they bought it cheaper? So I wonder if, because they would have definitely.
That was the question.
That was the question, was it? Has everyone noticed that all the stock in the shops is going up as well? Because it shouldn't really, because they should have their stock.
Yeah, who was it? Was it Jeremy? Were you talking, Jeremy Tarmadon Trains? You told us that actually with stock, it should all still be sold at the original price.
Yeah, in Ivo is saying their shop was updating their prices last Friday.
So there you go. You go, model you are not in the traders list at Stafford, Jason. I'm sorry about that. That stuff is way too modern for me. I only ever buy secondhand. I prefer older models. I do too. I buy a lot of secondhand. The Murphys. Oh, the Irish thing is going on here. Lovely.
Yeah.
Some shops are now claiming a higher discount without changing their prices. Yeah, it's quite an interesting tactic, isn't it? Interesting. Yes. So that was that. Grumpy, I think you've got something there for me. What is that you're holding in your hand?
Oh, this.
Yeah. What is this? This isn't the show and tell, by the way.
This is the show
else.
and tell. All right, have a look at it.
This is the show. The show and tell music.
Show and tell music. Have a look at that. Put it on. Put it on. It's a bit weird. Put it on. Now, that is why I was down at the Acton.
You see what it says?
Museum. Okay. What that is? All right. Knock it. Knock it on your head. Have you noticed the sound it makes?
That's the sound of the hat, not my head.
Yeah. Feel it.
It's quite hollow.
Yeah. Feel it. Do you know what it's made of?
Tell me.
Okay, that is a World War II. Basically, it's a London Transport route spotter, and what they were doing, they were mostly sort of like inspectors, like ticket inspectors. And whenever there was a bomb that went off, they would go along and they'd actually inspect the route to see if the buses can still travel along and actually work out a diversion.
Aaron Oxford says, "Goodness gracious me, I've not seen one of those in years." Did you see one of these, Aaron?
But this is an unusual one, because they're mostly made of metal. All right, that's for the people who are actually doing on the outer sort of like parts. But that one, knock it again. Have you noticed it's not metal?
It's the hat, not my head.
It's made of Bakelite.
Bakelite.
And the reason was, all right, certain wardens would then cover tram lines, and they made it like that because if they actually got into trouble and the tram pole landed on them, they won't get electrocuted. The downside of it, it's made of Bakelite, so instead it will just crush their heads to death because it's completely useless. So it's like a chocolate. It's like a chocolate teapot.
Finnerton, hello, Finnerton Central Model Railway. Thanks for joining us. Well, that's really interesting, Grumpy.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes he does come out with something quite interesting. So I do love that old stuff. Though. Do you want it back?
Yeah.
That's his show and tell.
Yeah.
So Aaron, it sounds like you've seen one of those.
Yeah.
You do share.
Was it the metal one or the
Aaron says
one?
Aaron says papier-mâché was also used. No, you're kidding, right? A papier-mâché. I mean, how sensible was that as protection?
It can be actually papier-mâché can be quite
hard.
Quite hard.
Not that hard. A chocolate lime teapot would make delicious tea. It would. Oh, I'm getting a bit hungry now. Where's that biscuit?
Where is it? Have you had it?
I've still got my biscuit.
Can I have it?
It's good food. No, you can't. It's my biscuit. I'm saving it till afterwards. So that's your show and tell. Do you also want to tell them what else you've been up to, Grumpy? Because you.
Oh yeah.
Let me just announce this. Everybody, you have a real treat coming this week.
Yeah.
It's a Grumpy special. He's begged me to do a little video, and I've allowed it. So I could be regretting
and I'm going to be doing most of the talking on it.
Most of the talking. I do get a few words in edgeways, as is usual.
Yeah.
So Grumpy will swap the biscuit for a banana. He will. So that's coming up this Friday.
Yeah.
Something special. So stay tuned for that. We've had a very, very busy week.
Yeah. Oh, and what about Ali Pally? What they said to us this week?
Oh yes.
So
on the Ladykillers news, I've been invited to bring after Chatham. I was approached by Tom, and he asked me if I'd like to bring Brief Encounter to Ali Pally, which is lovely. But they've also asked if I would bring Ladykillers, and apparently that's going to happen. So, because what I'm going to be doing next year, I'm hoping to bring both Brief Encounter and the Ladykillers together to any show that will have me. And so they'll look really, really nice next to each other. Ladykillers is completely self-running, so I don't need to operate that. And then Brief Encounter next to it. So that will be there. So hopefully that will work.
And you were talking about looking at buying a van, but the thing is that we're looking at vans. When we were looking at vans for the same price as Greg has just paid to repair his van. We're looking at about $2,000 to buy a van. He's just paid $2,000 to repair one.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll buy a van anymore.
I'm now a little bit worried about vans.
Yeah.
So see you at Ali Pally with Ebsworth Street. Yes, we will. It'll be lovely.
Yeah. At the moment, Roy, Banana Bird can't sweep in because I've ate him.
So that's that. That's what's going on. So what else are we doing? We're going to be at Leamington this weekend. We've got episode 5 coming out.
Yeah.
You've got Grumpy's special coming out.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be filming episode 6. It's all go. It's all go here.
Where in the world?
That's right. Thank you, Grumpy. He's keeping me on track. Where in the world? Do you remember that question I asked in the weekly update? You know me. I love a Where in the World competition. So this one, avid news readers might have seen this one in the news. Cannibalism. Let me share this. I'm getting good at this sharing photos. So where in the world, I asked, was this? Oh, I've actually got the old one. This is the new version. Where in the world showed a dilapidated old carriage. And I asked where in the world was this? And this is what I said. It doesn't look anything like it now, because this is what it looks like now. And this is in Idaho. And it was a dilapidated old carriage that it was cat infested, although I kind of object to the word infested, because cats don't infest anything. They're lovely things. And this plumber based in Idaho, turned it into a hotel, and he now makes $85,000 a year on it. Grumpy, what are you doing? He's disappeared again. I have no. You're not eating another biscuit, are you?
There's been a delivery just arrived. I think it's your basic soldering kit that you want to.
What, show everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty. I'll get onto that in a minute.
Get it back.
No, I'll show it in a minute. I'm going to show it. Oh. Leave it. It's mine. So if anyone's got a spare railway carriage hanging around the garden, or in the backyard, and it's a bit dilapidated, turn it into a hotel. You too could make $85,000 a year. But that would be really, really nice, wouldn't it, to stay in? I think a special treat, stay in that hotel.
In the Isle of Wight, you can stay at the Spice Girls, the movie. Brilliant.
Where are we going with this?
No, one of the best films ever, Spice Girls, the movie. It's like a classic. They are
said no one ever.
They were going around on a bus, and you can actually stay on that bus.
Can you really?
And somewhere in Holland, you can stay on a 747.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that. That is
stay in the cockpit.
It's really good. It'll be great to see both layouts together. Thank you, Railway Rob. So this just arrived,
and hopefully Tom Marshall's one as well.
Buggles Kelly Station.
Kelly's, yeah.
Sorry, Tom. I do apologise. I love Amazon. Deliveries turn up all the time. This is a new soldering kit that I'm going to be experimenting with. Yeah. All the parts. Yeah. £10, £11.
£10. So the idea is to see how good a £10 solder kit is.
So we've got all the bits.
Yeah.
Isn't it bits and bobs? Yeah. There you go. You take it away. Have a look. Yeah. Have a look at that. So that was the Where in the World, Idaho. Now, Timber Surf. I will use but can I use your Where in the World? I have no idea where it is. I have a sneaking suspicion where it is, but I'll message you. So next week it'll be Where in the World, courtesy of Timber Surf, if that's all right with you, Timber Surf. Yep. Does everyone love the Where in the World competitions? Because I do. I like them.
And we still need to do that one where I have to take the photo of that train outside Stratford Station, the red one.
What? So Where in the World is outside Stratford Station?
Actually, I'm at work next week. I can go to Stratford and take it, and we do it the next week's Where in the World.
Well, that will be a real puzzle to solve that one then, won't it? The houses on the seafront in Witterings were originally all built with old railway carriages. Really? Gosh.
Raymond Leggs has got that soldering iron, but not the whole kit. Well, if that whole kit, there's loaded there for 10 quid, how much is a soldering iron? Must be about 3 quid if it's sold by itself, isn't it?
Ron says this is for Maura, sorry, I'm kind of hijacking your conversation. We came to Colorado subsequent to living in California, San Diego for about 65 years.
Yeah.
I lived in San Francisco for about 6 or 7 years, so that was that. Bit of a giveaway, Grumps. I agree, Aaron. It's all those bananas. It's all those bananas. Right, shall we have a talk about what's coming up? There are, as usual,
there's loads.
Some shows going on, quite a few shows on this week. Oh, Roy did say the meter's running out because we've passed 8:30. We did it again. We went past our curfew. So I'm going to read out.
We're not going Wetherspoons tonight because I'm going to treat you to a kebab.
Oh, lucky me.
Well, when I say treat you,
let's have a look at some of the shows that are going on this weekend. Do support your local model railway show and your local model railway club. It's always great to see the layout. So what have we got? Well, there's the Leamington Spa and Leamington and Warwick Model Railway Society club opening, as I said. Yeah. We also have Trainshed Bridlington Model Railway Show In Bridlington, that's this Saturday. There's a Kettering and District Model Railway Society Model Railway exhibition at All Saints Church in Kettering. That's on the 7th. I am reading these. I haven't remembered them. Wyre Forest Model Railway Club has a Kidderminster Model Railway exhibition in St George's.
Happening around sort of like the Midlands, isn't it?
Yeah, and so all on Saturday. They're all one-day shows for a thing. Oh no, Olney Model Railway Show was cancelled, and you think it's because they lost their Model Railway Club? Is that right?
I remember a couple of weeks ago they were trying to sell their.
So Olney, now that's where my neck of the woods. I was born in Bedford, so Olney is a lovely little village near there. Tring, I love Tring. I just like the name Tring. I used to know a three-legged dog from Tring. Saturday.
Is that Limerick? The Limerick. Is that Limerick?
There was
an
old dog from Tring.
No,
it's real. There was a three-legged dog from Tring. It walked all the way to Bedford.
Oh,
yeah, and it was following. It fancied a female dog. The Call of the Wild. Let's call it that.
Oh.
Tring and District Model Railway Club Tadrail is 2024. That's at the Cottesloe School, Aylesbury Road, in Wing. So there's Wing entering. The Model Bus Federation has Worksop Model Transport Exhibition on Saturday. That's at the Crossing Church and Centre, Newcastle Street Worksop. Been a bit like a newsreader at the moment, actually. Saturday, 7th and 8th, Coventry Model. Now, Stuart, he's been asking me to share this, so I'm sharing it, Stuart. Coventry Model Railway Club. Heritage
I recommend going,
open weekend.
But anyone who goes to it, don't stay. If you're going to go overnight, don't stay in that hotel we stayed at, the Britannia one. Britannia, what's it called? Britannia.
Treated me to a room in the Coventry Britannia the night before.
Yeah, we went to Worley.
He splashed out on a special room for me.
Yeah.
And when I say splashed out,
well, no, I mean your room was 35 quid. That's a lot of money. Mine was like 55.
The curtains were hanging off the rails.
Yeah, but the only difference was that was in my room. The only reason you had a £35 room is because yours didn't have any windows. I went for it. This is true, right? They actually have a standard and a deluxe room. The deluxe room has a window.
It was literally the worst hotel room I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, in fact, actually, I think Britannia group of hotels every year get voted the worst hotels ever.
I had to get a chair.
People still use them.
I got a chair, a hard chair, and had to sit up close to this radiator, mobile radiator, just to stay warm. It was last time I take a recommendation from you. Can I go on?
Alex Dent is volunteering at Stafford.
Are you, Alex? Yeah. We're not going to Stafford. I really want to go, but we're busy, unfortunately. Yeah. What else is going on? The Telegraph in Coventry is fantastic to stay in, is it?
Right.
Well, I will check that out. Grumpy can keep the Britannia. Saturday, the 7th and 8th, the Liverpool Model Railway Society has its exhibition at Old Christchurch, Waterloo Road in Liverpool. Saturday, 7th and 8th, Sunday the 8th, the Gauge O Guild has Guildex at the annual 2-day O Gauge convention. That's at Bingley Hall in Stafford County Showground. Is that the one we're talking about? Sunday the 8th, the Billingham Railway Modelers Club Open Day in Billingham, Durham. And on Sunday the 8th, Halesworth to Southwold Narrow Gauge Railway Society has the Blytheborough Model Railway Exhibition and Open Day. There you go.
Suffolk. Is there any part of Suffolk that isn't absolutely stunningly beautiful?
They're all beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sunday the 8th, it does go on. It's quite a long day.
This weekend.
Burton Railway Society, Model Rail-X, and we have Oxford and District Model Railway Club, Oxrail, at 2024 on Sunday the 8th. The Cleveland Model Railway Club, Autumn Open Day, that's Sunday the 8th.
They should really call themselves then Clevex or Kleenex.
This is one redeeming feature, everybody. He does make me laugh. But there you go. Ivan von Zon for the continental stuff. There is a big event this weekend in Beekbergen. Beekbergen being in which country? Please tell. Do tell. Simon's train is going to Guildex. Where is everybody going this weekend?
Yeah.
Is anybody coming to Leamington? Peter Lloyd will be there. I'd like to see you there. Anyone else coming? Right on track. Oh, right on track.
Where's everyone going this weekend?
Yeah, where are we all going? Put your comments.
Beekenberg, the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands.
Do they have the same rules as in Belgium, where all the exhibition layouts have to be a certain height and they've got to be above the ground and they've got to be lit? Do the Netherlands have the same rules?
So in Belgium, you may have seen, we were told that to exhibit in Belgium, we were obviously allowed through despite not following any of the rules. It has to be 120 centimeters tall. It has to be enclosed. It has to be lit, and you have to operate it from the front. Yeah.
Otherwise you can't
exhibit.
You can't exhibit.
So is that the same with where you are, Ivo Van Son? Right on track. I'm looking forward to Rapido Radex at the end of September. Yes, of course. We're hoping to go to that.
So, Greg, you ain't going to Belgium, mate, with your layout, your 35, 50-foot layout, because that's at table level. You ain't going. You're not invited.
Poor Greg's home to do admin for his show in October. Yes, so sorry we can't come to that, Greg. We'd be there in a flash, but
we went last year. It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were there filming.
And we saw the little T gauge. The
tiny one.
Tiny,
the tiny one.
The T Gauge Association.
That's where we met. We saw Ross to Rise.
Yeah.
We saw the Yard there, which I love the Yard. Saw one of our favourites, Hazel.
Yes.
Hazel Coombe.
I love that.
Yeah, Jim McGeechee.
Yeah, and it all into
and
the band.
It's the first time he'd ever put the whole thing together.
That's mad.
He'd ever tried, and it all fit into his van, and it's huge, 52 feet or something like that. Jim McGeechee had a different one at Chatham, didn't he? Which was also lovely.
Yeah.
So yes, Greg, it was a great show last year. You had some great layouts, and we'd love to come again. Yes, T Gauge. Some time off from exhibitions till Stafford, says Finnerton Central Model Railway. Okay. There we go. So yes, tell us where you're going this week. I think that's it for all our news, is it? I'm going to go out off and eat this biscuit because I'm getting slightly hungry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hopefully just stop grumpy eating the rest. So I'm dreading to think how many are left in the biscuit tin because he has been disappearing every now and then. But that's it for now, everybody. I think that's it. Have we said all the news that's possibly to say this Wednesday Express? It's been lovely, as always, having you along. Do let us know if there's if you remember, if there's any behind the scenes that you'd like us to film at the shows, if there's any requests, if you'd like to get me talking to somebody, let me know. Maura, did you forget to mention the discount codes? I haven't forgotten the discount codes. I'm going to mention the shuttle controller discount codes at the end of episode 5. And I'm going to post the discount codes in the club room under community tab, Maura. So I'm going to post them again tomorrow morning. And the trouble with the club room on YouTube, or the community, is I can't pin anything. It's not like Facebook where I can pin something and it stays at the top of the page. So I have to keep re-putting it on the top. So I'm going to look at doing that. Yes, please send us your likes at JB. Please. Nighty night, Marty Martin. Nighty night to everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us for another jaunt through the contents of our brains, the model railway countryside. It's been lovely. A pleasure as always, Aaron. Yes, it's been lovely to have you on board. It just makes our week. It's the highlight of the week, gets us over the hump, and just wonderful to see you all and to share a little bit of laughter and chat and to hear all your news and to learn from your skills as well. Thank you. Well, the electric lasted. It certainly did, Roy. Do send us your likes, last minute hearts, last minute love. Lovely. Take care, everybody.
Laters, everyone.
We love you. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. And we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.